Hey guys, it's Mana here, and we're back with One Way to Die Halloween special. I'm kind of cheating a little bit. I missed the dates for playing this. I only got to play it once, and I didn't even get to show you guys any of it because the video became corrupted, and then after I had finished recording that, I found that I'd only gotten one Halloween death anyway, and I'd played for half an hour. Over half an hour. So I cheated a little bit, and I reset my clock on my computer so that way it says it's Halloween even though it's not. I just really wanted to share these Halloween deaths with you guys, and I really wanted to enjoy them, so I'm cheating a little bit, and you guys will hopefully forgive me in the future. Suddenly you snap awake in your bed, mouth dry, eyes sticky, and a slight film of moisture covering your whole body. As you blink away the fog of that last dream, the one where you died, a feeling of dread creeps over you. You are barely able to recall the last few seconds when suddenly it is replaced by a pretty nasty headache. Despite the feeling that horrible things are about to happen, and your pulsating cranium, you remember that today is the last day the glorious Finnegan Brothers Fun Park is open. While the closing itself is truly a crime against humanity, the upside is that all the rides and games are free, the fried foods are heavily saturated as well as discounted, and there's a chance to win your own elephant. Who would pass that up, even with the specter of death lingering about? Just then you hear a weird noise. What the shit, you say as you look around the room but see nothing. You can't quite place it, but the sound is really familiar. Maybe not a thing you've ever heard firsthand, but it itches at the back of your mind as something that has cursed your ears before. Then it hits you. Oh, that's what a shitty movie ghost sounds like, you say with a chuckle. Well, your insult doesn't go unnoticed. A terrifying specter pops out of the wall and into your face. You scream as your hair turns white and your heart stops, and you collapse back onto the bed, frozen in that state, looking absolutely ridiculous. You slip into the kitchen cautiously, yet hungrily. Flicking on the light, you notice absolutely nothing out of the ordinary. Perhaps my fear of death is getting the best of me, you think as you shuffle over to the fridge to prepare the best damn sandwich your money has bought. On your way there, though, you notice a pile of candy left over from Halloween laying in the middle of the kitchen island. Whoo! You say, as a thin line of drool streams from your mouth. Candy! You wander over to it, almost entranced. In the normal fashion for you, you take the wrappers off 6 pieces of candy and jam them all into your mouth at once. Sure, you're barely able to chew it, but who cares? You'll be swallowing whole pieces and a puddle of saliva for the most part. While choking them down, you start to unwrap even more, but then you feel it, something horribly wrong in your belly. This is followed by blood pouring forth from your nose. Dear dog, you exclaim, as blood starts to come out of your mouth as well. And yes, you're pretty sure it is now coming from your ass. Just then you lose consciousness, never to regain it. You close the door to your bedroom and head down the, for whatever reason, now spooky hallway to your bathroom, almost jumping at the slightest sound. As you near the closet, you hear a slight rattling noise. Frozen with fear, you take one step back from it and reach blindly for the light switch to illuminate the hall itself. Please be, you say as you keep groping, yet find nothing. In desperation, you turn to see where the hell it is and finally find it. Just as you flick it on, the closet door busts open and 5 skeletons, yes, skeletons, pop out and run over to you. What in the sandy hell, you scream as 4 of the skeletons grab one limb each and stretch you out as if to draw and quarter you. The 5th, and probably nastiest looking one, wraps its bony hands around your throat and squeezes with all its skeletal might. It doesn't take long to choke you out, permanently. And who said skeletons in your closet couldn't come back to haunt you? You have died from closet skeletons. You walk over to the top of the staircase and peer down the landing. Seems okay, you say to yourself, though you're not entirely convinced that it is. You slowly make your way down the stairs and stop about halfway when you hear a rather loud knock at the door. Something about it sends a chill down your spine, but after the morning you've had, that isn't really that difficult of a task. After clearing the last of the steps, you cautiously walk up to the door and look through the peephole. Before you even get a glimpse of who is out there, the door bursts open violently, blasting you back onto the staircase. And it hurts. You look up to see a large, somewhat decayed man with bolts in his neck standing in the doorway. You spy a little name tag on his chest that reads Frankenstein. You sigh, seriously? He turns with a bellowing, "Fire is bad," and then charges over to you. He grips you up by the neck with one hand and punches through your chest with the other. A perfectly clean hole, too. You gaze down at his arm sticking through your ribcage as everything fades to black. You have been killed by Frankenstein. Yay us! You peer out the peephole for a second to make sure the coast is clear. From what you can see, everything appears to be on the up and up. Kids running through the streets, that jackass neighbor across the way mowing his lawn yet again, and a mailman delivering today's post while listening to who knows what on his headphones. The normalcy of it all kind of puts you at ease. You take a deep breath, jingle your car keys twice, and open the door up. You step out onto the porch and see a flickering jack-o'-lantern sitting there smiling at you. That's mighty strange, you think as you walk over to it. Wrong time of year for this. You pick it up to get a better look when suddenly you notice a slight hissing noise coming from within. What the? You say as you raise it to eye level to investigate. Just then, the whole thing explodes in your hands, blowing them off and leaving bloody spraying stumps. This isn't nearly as bad as what happens to your head, though. Somewhat similar. Ouch. You speed into the gas station and come to a screeching halt right at the pump, at pump number 2, just inches away from the guy at pump number 4. However, the guy doesn't even bat an eye as he fills his car up. With a smile, you jump out of your car and wave to him, but again, he doesn't so much as glance in your direction. Whatever, you say as you head to the little store building to prepay, not necessarily because it would be faster, but because you forgot your debit card. As you walk past a manhole cover, it bursts open and a slimy, scaly arm reaches out and grips your leg with great force. Holy balls, you scream as it pulls you down towards the opening. You look toward the homeless gentleman by the dumpster with a look of desperation as the creature pulls you in further. One of them gets up and runs over to you, but only to place his filthy boot on your forehead to assist in your demise. You have been killed by the lagoon creature. Why he was in the sewer, I don't know. You quickly fly up the on-ramp and weave into traffic dangerously. Driving a few miles over the speed limit, you notice what looks like a desiccated chicken laying in the seat next to you. Where the? You say to yourself as you gingerly pick it up and whip it out the driver's side window. It arcs up and back, then smacks into the windshield of the car behind you. This freaks out the driver, who swerves and blasts into the person in the next lane to him. And this, in turn, causes a 15-car pileup. You adjust the rearview mirror to get a better look at the carnage you've left behind, just as you see a bald and rather scary-looking fellow pop up in the back seat. How the? You exclaim as the pale bastard hisses and bares 2 large fangs in your direction. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! You start muttering as you whip the car to the right shoulder in an attempt to flee for your life, but it's too late. The bloodsucker grips your head and shoulder up, then sinks its teeth into your neck, quickly draining you of life. And it isn't even dark yet. You were killed by a vampire. Handicapped? Nope, just in a hurry. You pull up right next to the front gate and get out of your car and then run up to get your ticket. And no one even seems to notice. Once inside, you sample every single food trailer available and wander over to the animal pens. While waiting in line for the horse ride, you peer into the huge trough for horse piss. Now, why would they save this? You say to yourself just as you notice that the line has progressed a bit and you're leaving quite a gap that some asshole might jump into. Absentmindedly, you start to walk forward while staring at that vat of waste. Just then, a black cat runs out in front of you and hisses. Mother blogs, you scream as you recoil and stumble backwards, slipping on a discarded piece of candy apple. To the horror of those watching, and who knows why they don't bother helping, you fall backward into the horse piss trough. Seriously, you smack your head off the edge of it and knock yourself out, leaving your unconscious dome bobbing in the deep equestrian urine with your back bent over the rim. The cat jumps onto your arched chest, which forces your head below. Only a few deep breaths of that liquid is enough to end your trip to the fun park. You stumble out of the fun park gates, high on endorphins, and probably something from that shady food cart you ate at last, then pop back into your suspiciously unlocked car. After creeping up onto the highway, you smell it. Something kind of rotten. Perhaps you left another uneaten bag of fast food on the floor again. Or maybe it's from that time you couldn't pull over when being stuck in traffic, so you pissed into that soft drink cup? Nope, it is a fucking mummy in the back seat. Great, you say as it rises up and starts to wrap its filthy bandages around your face and neck. You try to struggle free while keeping the car on the road. Instead of punching it in the head, which clearly is doing nothing, you pop in the car's lighter and try to lean forward away from it. But that bastard works fast, and as the light pops back out to signal And as the light pops back out to signal it's ready, the mummy has you pretty well covered. You, however, grab the discharged lighter while you can and press it into the bandages. This was a really dumb move, though, as they are quite old and flammable. Before you know it, the interior of the car is ablaze, cooking both of you to a crisp. Death by mummy and stupidity. You come down the block and quickly pull into your driveway. As you turn the car off, you let out a large sigh and lay your head on the steering wheel. Thank Mog, you say as you open the door, then sit back in your seat before getting out. However, once you are out of the car, a large and insanely hairy man-like creature runs up to you. A little early for Halloween, you say with a smile. Nice Wolfman costume, though. However, the thing looks unamused. I am Man-Wolf, he says. You shake your head. No, you mean the Wolfman. Well, apparently this is an argument he has had before. The Man-Wolf, scowls at you and pushes you back against the car with surprising force. It actually dents in the door and shatters out the window. You naturally crumple from the impact and fall to the ground, curling up into a ball. Pretty sure you even piss yourself a little bit. Fuck you, Wolfman, you wheeze. At this, he pulls a gun from his tattered pants and presses it against your forehead. I said I'm the fucking Man-Wolf, you asshole. Just before he pulls the trigger, decorating the pavement in a medley of sickening colors. And that is all of the Halloween deaths, guys. All 10 of them. We found them all. I even got the achievement, even though I cheated. There are also Christmas deaths that will be out around Christmas time, and I'm looking forward to those. I can't wait to play them. I could cheat and jump to them now, but I'm not going to. I will patiently wait for those and hopefully not fuck it up again. I hope you guys enjoyed these deaths. I'm happy that I figured out a way to show them to you guys. I would have been sad if I hadn't. So, I'm logging off now. I'll see you guys later. And remember to do something nice for a stranger today. You may just save a life. Bye! I really hope this didn't get corrupted like the last one did.